We begin our report with a blunt warning to thousands of Floridians that they should evacuate before Hurricane Milton makes landfall. Tampa's mayor told residents Monday night, quote, "If you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die." Milton is expected to make landfall as early as Wednesday night. President Biden has postponed his trip to Europe and Africa to stay in the States and monitor conditions.
Now, I've also surged thousands of federal personnel on the ground across the southeast already and deliver every available resource as fast as possible. And my priority is to increase the size and presence of our effort. And as we prepare for another catastrophic storm about to make landfall.
National Hurricane Center says Milton, currently a Category 5 storm, could be one of the most destructive on record for the Tampa Bay area of Florida. The city has not been directly hit by a major hurricane since 1921. The area is particularly vulnerable because of the risk of storm surge, which forecasters predict could reach up to 15 feet in some areas. That means not even the second story of your home would stay safe or dry. CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdes joins us from Fort Myers, Florida, an area south of Tampa that is also expected to be hit hard by the storm. So are the people listening, Nicole, to those orders that are coming to evacuate?
John, good evening. Most people are. In fact, here in downtown Fort Myers, they were told to get out as of yesterday. And the businesses you see here are just some of the many that have now been not only boarded up and piled with sandbags along their entries, but actually some business owners using spray foam to try to fill in as many gaps as possible to keep that storm surge out. We're talking a possibility of up to 12 feet of that here in downtown Fort Myers alone. Sadly, we all remember what storm surge can do here in Fort Myers. Hurricane Ian destroyed dozens of homes all the way south to Fort Myers Beach and Sanibel Island just over 2 years ago. It's a storm that so many remember still today, and it's really what is making so many take this storm seriously. And of course, we had Hurricane Helene just about 2 weeks ago. So thankfully, that is sort of the fuel to the fire for those who have decided to take this seriously. But of course, there are some who are choosing to stay behind. We met one woman on Sanibel Island earlier today, and here's why she says she's not leaving.
We know that we're staying, and we know that the officials know that we know they're not going to be there. We don't expect that. We don't expect them to be there on our beck and call. I'm not going to sit in a shelter. I'm not going to sit in a hotel, motel. I think that's great if people found places to go and they wanted to evacuate and friends they can stay with. But this is where we want to stay.
Now, John, curfews are in effect tonight for both Fort Myers Beach and Sanibel Island. We have curfews in effect there starting at 10 o'clock tonight. So anyone found driving around or outside after that time could potentially be arrested.
Wow, that person who's staying behind. Tell me, Nicole, what else are officials doing to prepare? They've issued the warnings, they got the curfews. What else are they doing?
Well, of course, you've got the personnel, the equipment ready. We were with the sheriff's office just yesterday who told us about the equipment and the vehicles that they have essentially prepped, fueled up, and ready to go to respond as soon as it's safe to do so. But as you just heard Bridget mention there, she recognizes that deputies are not going to be able to respond to 911 calls. The sheriff of Lee County, Carmine Marcino, told me that much yesterday, saying once they see winds exceeding 45 miles per hour, they pulled their deputies off the streets. And he said, "We're not coming to rescue you until the storm passes."
Nicole Valdes in Fort Myers, Florida. Thank you so much, Nicole. In other parts of Florida, the storm is hitting areas where many are still trying to recover from Hurricane Helene. CBS News correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti is in St. Pete Beach, Florida.
And John, good evening to you. This community was in the middle of cleaning up from one hurricane when it was forced to drop everything and evacuate because of another. You're looking at the contents from people's homes stacked 2 stories high. Across this area for miles, you'll find smaller mounds like this. As Hurricane Milton barrels down, one of the biggest concerns, not just storm surge, which could reach 15 feet, but also the incredible wind capable of picking up all of this debris, turning it into deadly projectiles. The mayor here in Tampa saying this was their #1 priority to remove all of this debris, but time ran out. Resources have been stretched thin. About 3 million people in this area under a mandatory evacuation, and many of them are heeding those warnings. I-75, bumper-to-bumper traffic at sometimes as people have been evacuating. You have Tampa International Airport, which closed today. Orlando announcing it will close tomorrow. Officials say now is the time to leave if you've not chosen to evacuate yet. John?
Jonathan Vigliotti in St. Pete Beach, Florida. Thank you, Jonathan.